Yeah, you are one of those lucky guys who bought a super fast NAS with a 10 gigabit Ethernet connection, but you have an older creator or gaming PC with only 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. That's the video for you. I'll show you a small solution how to connect these super fast 10 gigabit from the NAS to the PC. Simple and cheap solution. Let's do it. But why not connecting the NAS direct with an Ethernet to the router and from there wireless to all the devices? No, that's not the way to go if you have a high performance NAS like this one. That's the UGREEN DXP4800GT, and GT means it has two 10 gigabit Ethernet ports on the back. Check them out, here they are, and that's exactly what I need for a creator connection. But that's by far not all. It has also two M2 slots on the bottom for SSDs, so you can use these SSD as a hard drive or as a cache, and that means I can render my videos direct on this NAS. And if I go wireless, I would give away tons of performance. I like the real 10 gigabit connection, and that's what I like to show you. Let's do it. And to do that, we have to add a bit of hardware in the PC and we have to change a bit of software on the NAS. The NAS needs a static IP, which is super important, but more of that later. Let's start with the PC, and what we have to add is an Ethernet card like this one. They are super cheap. And I highly recommend to buy one with an Intel chip. This one has the Intel X540. It supports gigabit connections, also 10 gigabit connections. If you want to spend a bit more, buy the younger one, the X550, because it supports also 2.5 gigabit and 5 gigabit connections, so it's more versatile. I like to go with a 10 gigabit connection, so that's more than enough for me. Link of these in the video description, and now let's put it in the PC. And if you are new to PC building, don't panic, it's super easy to install these cards. The first thing you have to do is you have to remove one of the side panels of your PC case. In most of the cases they are slid in and fixed with screws on the back. Just remove these screws and slide it off and you have access to your PC. And what we are looking for is an empty PCIe slot, and you can find them super easy. Just look for the graphics card, and the graphics card is in most of the cases the big thing in the middle. I have a GeForce RTX, so underneath there is an empty PCIe slot. These are these long ones, sometimes they are shorter, and they should be at least as long as these pins. Yeah, the only thing I have to do is I have to remove the cover on the back of my case, and then I can slide in this card. That was super easy. Now you have to install the driver depending which card you have ordered. That's also super easy. If you are on Windows, click on the search bar, search for the device manager. And in the device manager there should be other devices. If it's not opened, click on the arrow on the left side. And here you can find your new installed Ethernet controller. And now we have to install the driver. So click on driver, update driver, and now browse on your computer. Check the website of your Ethernet card to download the driver, and then search on your PC for the driver. Super easy. Click on OK, click on Next, and it should install the driver. And now it gets a bit tricky, folks. We have to connect the NAS with the PC and also with the router using the two 10 gigabit Ethernet connections, and that's exactly where the static IP comes into play. Because the PC is also connected wireless to my router and will connect automatically to the NAS if the NAS is connected to the router with the Ethernet, and that's what we have to avoid. We want the direct connection from your brand new Ethernet card into the NAS. But at first the cables, I have two cables. The white one from my router, minimum Cat 6, better Cat 7 or Cat 8. And the second one, also minimum Cat 6, better Cat 7 or Cat 8, from your brand new Ethernet card into the NAS. So first cable, the router, into the first Ethernet port of the NAS. Second cable to the PC in the second Ethernet port of the NAS. Then we need some power. And then we have to give the NAS and the PC a static IP address. So let's go. Click on the Windows search bar and type in network. And then search for view network connections. click on this icon, and here are all your network connections of your PC. I have 3 of them. 1 Ethernet connection from my mainboard and 2 of the new Ethernet card, and I'm using Ethernet 3. So right click on this one, search for properties, and then search in the menu for TCP/IP version 4. That's what I have to change. Again, click on properties, and that is my setting. I already did a static IP, and that is the default setting. So if that's your default setting, obtain an IP automatically, change it to use the following IP address, and here you can type in the static IP, and that's what we are doing. So type in 10, 10, 20, and 20, not 12. And if you haven't a static IP address already, you can type in 1. I have 2 of them already, so I have to type in 3 because I need another one. And then we have to give it a subnet, and you can type in 255, 255, 255, 0. Click on OK, click on close, and that's all we have to do. Now we have to do the same with the NAS. And now download the UGREEN app, create an admin account, follow the instructions, log in with the admin account, super important because that's where you can do all the changes to your UGREEN NAS, and that's where you should end up in the UGREEN OS. And on the left side there are all these icons. Search for the control panel, click on control panel. Here you can find the network icon, so click on network. And in the upper menu, there's the network connection. So click on network connection, and here are all the settings for the Ethernet ports. And now you get an idea why it's so important to have a static port and a static IP address, because I connected my NAS with the first Ethernet port to my router and from there wireless back to the PC. And the router has only 2.5 gigabit and a gigabit wireless connection, and I would waste tons of performance if I connect my PC wireless to the router and from there back to the NAS. So I need the static address of the second Ethernet port, and my one is already static. By default, it's DHCP, and to change it, click on Edit, and here you can do the changes from DHCP to set the network configuration manually. That's what we want. So type in the IP 10, 10, 20, but this time 2, not 1. Your PC has 1, your NAS has 2. They have to be different. And then type in the subnet mask again, 255, 255, 255, 0. The gateway can be left empty, but UGREEN OS won't accept that. So what you can type in here is the IP of your PC. In my case, 10, 10, 23. In your case, 10, 10, 21. Click on apply, and you are done. And now you have the super fast Ethernet connection every time you fire up your PC, and that's exactly what we want. But stay tuned, because in the next video I'll show you how to set up all the folders on your NAS as a hard drive in your Windows system. And if you're interested in this, check out the next video. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.